look, it's 10:47 p.m. I'm in bed. I've had a scotch that tastes like a filthy, disgusting, delicious peapog. And let's do it. Let's talk about all of the comments on my video, and particularly on YouTube, where I'm discussing this ruling that came in late today from a judge blocking ICE troops in Minnesota from using less lethals, from arresting, from violating the First and Fourth Amendment rights of Americans who are protesting in that state. I got an awful lot of people who are like, so what does it matter? The judge upheld the rights of Minnesotans to protest. Like, what does it matter? ICE is just going to violate the law anyway. No hate to this person. I got like a couple dozen people on YouTube and several people in my comments on TikTok who are like, so what? So what? It doesn't matter if the judge makes this ruling. ICE isn't going to follow the law. And y'all, once again, sorry, I've got a sick husband in the background. Y'all, once again, are missing the point. Not to get scoldy. I'm not going to be scoldy. But you're missing the point, because it is vital every step of the way, every step of this process, that we continue to defend the rule of law. We continue to not give an inch to these motherfuckers. And that means filing the lawsuits. This lawsuit was filed before Renee Good was killed, but was filed by Somali immigrants, American citizens who had their rights violated by ICE. And they were like, oh, hell no, we're not going to let that stand. The fact that a judge was willing to rule in 2026 in Trump's America on the side of the law and the American people and against the thuggery of ICE is very, very telling and very important. And we will count every single victory as such. It is a victory. We know that ICE are lawless and out of control. We know that Donald Trump and Stephen Miller and Kristi Noem want them to be lawless and out of control. What they are doing is seeing how far they can push the limits. How much we will just be like, okay, you're going to take power you don't have. We'll just let you have it. Okay, we'll back up off the line. They are watching how we respond. And today, Judge Menendez and a group of Minnesotans who filed this lawsuit said, we are not backing off the fucking line. That really, really matters, y'all. Like, I don't know how to express to people that every single victory right now is crucial. Every act that we undertake to, one, exercise our rights, and two, defend our rights and uphold the law, like those all are significant. They're incredibly significant. This is why I'm constantly saying it doesn't actually matter that much what the regime does. What really matters is how we choose to respond. What really matters is how we move in this moment. They can't win unless we voluntarily choose to comply, to obey. Unless we voluntarily choose to give up our rights, they cannot win. And the Somali Americans in this case said, no, we're not giving our rights over to Donald Trump. We will seek protection through the courts. We will seek to have the rule of law upheld on our behalf. We will seek relief through the court system. And Judge Menendez said, yeah, absolutely, the law is on your side. The law still exists, and the law must be upheld. Donald Trump, ICE goons, the fascist fucks who are trying to take our democracy from us, they are watching how you behave. They want to take your rights, they want to trample on them and obliterate them, and hope that you will do nothing other than comply, other than obey, other than roll over and let them take whatever they want. Every small or not, this is not insignificant. This ruling is not insignificant. Every small or medium or big way that we win against the regime is a victory that we must celebrate. They want to create an America where Donald Trump is a king, where ICE is not answerable to the law. They can brutalize you. They can violate your rights, where your rights do not exist anymore. Okay, one last thing here, which is that, we have seen time and time again, the minute that a judge gets involved, the minute that there is the actual potential for them to face significant fines and or be put in jail, suddenly we see Trump's minions no longer quite so willing to go along. They don't want to fall on the sword for him. They're like, I don't want to go to jail for this guy. I was willing to be a party to fascism. I was willing to be one of Trump's goons when I thought that meant I would never face consequences and I'd get a big fat fucking paycheck. The second that the power of the law comes into play, suddenly you actually do see them constrained. You actually do see them changing their behavior. That's part of the reason that Judge Menendez wanted statements in writing from ICE, sworn statements in writing from ICE. The judge isn't fucking around in this case. So I just think everybody in my comments, and remembering, I'm not saying this person is, but 51% of comments on the internet now are bots. Just seeing so many people saying, oh, what good does it do? ICE is just going to keep doing what they're doing. No, they're not. They're not going to keep, if they try to keep doing what they're doing, cool, then we need to enforce the judge's orders and we need to continue to exercise and defend our rights. Fascists are going to do fascist shit, which includes breaking the law, which includes knowingly, willfully breaking the law to see how much you let them get away with. And as the plaintiffs in this case and as the judge in the case have demonstrated to all of us, the correct response from all of us is, if they come for our rights, if they trample our rights, we defend ourselves. Through the courts, through whatever legal means are necessary, we defend our rights. That's how we preserve and protect them. Otherwise, the regime is going to pocket them and we don't have them anymore. So yeah, this is a victory and it's one we should celebrate. And I would really encourage everybody in the comments who's like, what does this matter? ICE is going to keep doing what they're doing, to just ask yourself why you're doing that, why you're writing a fiction in your head where you're giving the future to the fascists, where you are acting like they can just take our rights and we're not going to do anything to defend them. Why are you doing that? And also, if you're reading those comments, consider whether or not you're looking at greater than 50% of those being bots, not organic propaganda meant to demoralize you. So, okay, that's it. Good night. It's after 11 now. Y'all sleep well.